Welcome to the first episode of Good Band, Bad Band, where we discuss two similar sounding names, very different sounding music.
That's the gimmick.
This week we're discussing Sugar Ray Charles. The band Sugar Ray. And the blind piano player Ray Charles.
See, I already love this concept. This has legs to stand on.
Oh yeah,
for ages.
For at least 200 episodes, we can do this.
I do think that we could spend part of the podcast just talking about other ideas, and I think that would be
no, not this one.
Not this one.
No,
okay.
we can do an intro.
That's got to be like
episode.
a special. You can have a special segment where one week we just talk about.
Here it's been.
Every single episode, I need you to do. It's been.
That's what's every time someone says 1 week, someone's got to do it.
Should we save that for Bare Naked Lady Gaga week?
We're I hope that this is selling people all by itself. Is the fact that we throw these out.
Mouth pumpkins.
That's next week.
That's it.
That's got to be next week. Is Smashing Mouth Pumpkins. So
it's second on the list. So
Sugar Ray Charles. Who wants? Okay, so how about we talk about like the style of both of these artists a little bit.
So Sugar Ray started as a new metal band, and then turned into kind of a reggaeton band, and then had more traditional, I guess, pop sensibilities.
it's like poopy ska pop is what it is.
Yeah, poopy ska
ska
pop is 100% right.
Poopy
That's fair.
ska pop. That is definitely a good description of.
It's very interesting that Mark McGrath became like this cultural. I don't want to use the word icon because
he's like a D-level celebrity.
Yeah, but he's a host of television shows. People know who he is. He was in, I believe they were in Scooby-Doo too. Is that correct?
Is that right? No, I thought he was in the first Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think
Wasn't
so.
he one of like the tourist guy or like the what did he do? And this is important to cover.
I'm trying to find it.
I'm gonna tell you Wikipedia. Oh, here we go. They performed as Sugar Ray in the Scooby-Doo movie.
Yeah.
Can you
They
believe
sang
it?
the song
How did we
Words
not
to
know?
Me.
Didn't he?
Oh, wasn't he in that Scooby-Doo movie? Yeah, the one where he played with his band performing themselves in the Scooby-Doo movie. Nasty.
This YouTube clip is Sugar Ray Words to Me live Skull Island 2000. He was on Skull Island in
That's what we
Scooby-Doo.
need.
Speaking of, do you remember the movie Rat Race?
Yes.
Yeah.
They had Smash
Yeah.
Mouth perform live.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Listen
you're not
up.
going to
He
save
was
that for
also-
next week? Every week we could talk about what random movie the bad band. Oh well, I guess we can't say Sugar
don't
Ray's a
know
bad
if it's
band
bad.
yet. So
He
okay.
was also in Sharknado too, so
Oh wow.
Mark McGrath was?
yes, he was.
Yeah. I remember.
How does he in so much? Like they just stuck him on every reality TV show that those type of people were on. Celebrity Wife Swap.
was
He
he
was on
was he ever on
Celebrity
Celebrity
Wife
Fit
Swap?
Club?
Celebrity. Yeah, and he was on Big Brother and Celebrity Apprentice season 4.
Oh my
With Donald
gosh.
Trump.
Why wasn't Ray Charles ever putting in anything like this?
He was also a.
Was Ray Charles in the
He was
Scooby-Doo
a
movie?
He was a guest judge on American Idol because he's quite
wow.
good.
Oh yeah, he knows what he's talking
So-
about.
He's a co-host
We know who
for the
could-
show Extra, and he was the host of Don't Forget the Lyrics in 2010.
You know you're the good band guy if you were on American Idol as a guest judge. Ray
Yeah,
Charles never was.
Ray Charles wasn't. Okay, so that's argument number one. Sugar Ray.
Okay.
Sugar Ray point one.
Ray Charles.
Ray Charles
0.
was never on American Idol. Ray Charles
he
0.
wasn't.
Scooby-Doo. Point number 2.
Yep. Scooby-Doo point number
All
2.
right, point 2.
It's so bizarre that they went from a new metal band and a skate punk band to like what they are considered now.
Let's play really quickly. Breathe, the second track from their album Floored. This really. Let's just see how much this sounds like the idea you have of Sugar Ray.
The Sugar Ray you know and love.
I know I can't yet. I never can. Every single time I listen to it.
That's my favorite Sugar Ray. I can still draw some parallels. Let's see if that was on the best of Sugar Ray.
That's a good question.
What is on the best of Sugar Ray?
Let's talk about it.
Oh, so many things. I wish they had what album was on listed here because.
Oh, I know. Jer, we were listening to, was it Time After Time that they had on the...
Oh, that's a
I
bad
was just
version.
about
They have
to
a
tell
the best
yeah.
of Sugar Ray.
I was just about to play it, previously unreleased, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, let's play Time After Time by Sugar. We'll get into this one. We won't play the long
Ooh, I'm
intro.
halfway through and it's real good.
It's so bad.
It does not appear as though Breathe was on the best of Sugar Ray or on Greatest Hits.
It's got to be some kind of earlier.
Cody is feeling it. Let's see if we can find the chorus. Oh my god, this is good. It's not a good version of the song.
That was not good. That was bad.
I know. I was all right with it.
They have two versions of the song "Fly" on their album. One of them featuring Supercat, and one of them not featuring Supercat.
That's right.
And
'Cause,
then
you know what?
the other thing, there's a track number 14 on their greatest hits is a song called "Psychedelic B," and it was written by Howard Stern.
Huh.
Really?
That's because they were buddies. I saw that too. He was on
Previously,
Howard Stern
also
shit.
previously unreleased.
There's a huge argument out here, okay, about this Supercat thing.
Okay.
A lot of these people don't like Supercat. They hate Supercat, and they're like, don't listen to this garbage version. Where can I get this? All of them on all these threads. Reddit is blowing up. Go check out Reddit Sugar Ray. Reddit/r Sugar Ray. It's all over the place. Where can I get Fly Sans Sugarcat? I hate him. Or Supercat, sorry. Where can I do it?
Cat. You know, I'll tell you right now, if you've got an artist named Sugar Cat, you better put him on that song.
Sugarcat. Also go check out Reddit/r/Sugarcat.
Please be our sponsor.
There's
Reddit.
also their first song on their greatest hits is a song called "Shot of Laughter" that was a previously unreleased song. Although All Music gave their best of 4 out of 5 stars.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
I do like I like their cover of "Is She Really Going Out with Him?" That's a pretty decent cover. What's your favorite Sugar Ray song, Tyler?
Ooh, mine is. Oh, hold on. I gotta locate it. It's probably Someday. I like the poopy Sugar Ray. I don't care.
I like Someday.
that poopy Sugar
Sunday's
Ray.
a good. Someday is a good song.
Let's play a little bit of Someday.
Every Morning's pretty good too.
Yeah, it is. Every morning it is.
And When It's Over, that's a good song. Is it really over?
Oh, When It's Over is like a weird childhood I had older friends song that takes me back.
Someday, when my life has passed me by, I'll lay around and wonder why you were always there for me.
That's some poopy reggae right there.
They had 4 hits,
Ooh,
not
it's so
counting
good.
Fly. How? I guess Fly wasn't a hit. I don't understand.
Fly wasn't a hit?
Oh, Fly had to have been. Everyone knows that song.
No hit on Fly.
Well, no, it says
It must have been a single or something.
according to Wikipedia, it is not on the Hot 100, but this also said it was a number 1 on the U.S. alternative songs. I don't know. It has to have been a hit.
It has to have been a hit.
I just don't understand
Let's
why
check
it's
out-
not listed as a hit.
Well, I need to know the album. Was it Sugar Ray 2001? Is that the
Floored.
No, it was on
No.
Floored.
It appears on their 1997 album Floored twice. One version
How
with
is that
reggae
on
artist
Floored?
Supercat track 4, and the other without track 13. So if you don't like the Supercat version, track 13
Yeah, no
is
one-
where it's at.
How,
a hidden
how is
track.
Fly and Breathe on the same album?
I
That's
know.
what we're trying to figure out,
I
man.
didn't even notice that.
Old Sugar Cat.
Have you listened? Have you guys listened to the Supercat version sometime? We don't have to do it now unless you want to.
I've
And
listened
just
to it.
really, well, let's really focus on the Supercat thing. 'Cause
Okay,
it's
let's
literally, it's like
get in on
nothing but,
Supercat.
Like, he's smoking joints the whole time, and he just doesn't say anything other than like what it is.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
all he ever does.
let's play just the Sugar Cat part.
Well, it is. All nice and decent, slip the
Call it.
This is Mr. Cat and Sugar Ray riding through. Want me to tell a man she have me intoxicated, but her love high man like a genie, but I call with a fly. So me I say a virgin.
Does he have a verse?
I don't think so. I think this is it. And then it's just Fly some more.
He's just got some sweet little chime-ins every once in a while, like.
Is he the one who says spread your love and fly?
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's what you need.
He's really lucky because he barely does anything on it, and he gets royalties from that song.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Like
doesn't do
more often
anything.
than every time that song plays, it's the Super Cat version, not the
Oh,
without.
absolutely.
Nobody goes to track 13 when they're using it at their hockey game or whatever. It's always
Why did they just know that Fly was going to be a hit, so they were like, we got to put this on twice? Or was it a thing where they didn't like Sugar Cat?
Would you call him call him by his right name?
Super Cat. Sorry, it's
No one
just fun.
likes Sugar Cat. I hate him.
So they recorded it. They had to have done the song twice, and they put it
No,
on. So
it's
they were
just-
like, "Let's make sure that we got this version without Super Cat on the
They
album."
just, so he his stuff is just superimposed, like it was recorded as a separate track and superimposed over the rest of it. So they just left it on the one that's like everyone's going to hear. Because let's be honest, who's going to make it to the last track of this album?
Nobody's gonna make it to the last track
So
on Sugar Ray.
I think there's a
That's
hidden
what's going
track.
on. So then they just stuck the one without him on there at the bottom. It's for all we know, Spotify might be screwing us again, and it was a hidden track that we never knew about. Now Spotify's like,
It
nope.
kind of reminded me of Shaggy a little bit. Although Shaggy, his career is very interesting because he has other people sing his songs, and then he just basically does the reggae rap hooks.
He's
Yeah.
like the,
But he's
the
the
Little
main
John
artist,
of the early
but
2000s.
The people sing like in Angel or not Angel. What's the other song that he
It Wasn't
cheats on
Me?
it? It wasn't,
It Wasn't
me.
Me.
Like the guy's singing it, and then Shaggy's like the helper in it.
Who is it who's singing in his?
What is his name?
I don't know his name.
Hold on.
Who's singing it?
Yeah, who's the one who sings on It Wasn't Me?
Oh, let's see. Ooh.
Ricardo Ducent.
Who Ricardo doesn't remember
Yep.
him?
This is in Rick Rock. Who's
Rick Rock, yeah. Ricardo Ducent, Rick Rock.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
that's
is,
him.
Yeah,
'cause I know what he
Ricardo
looks
Rick
like.
Rock Ducent.
he is not well known. at
Nobody
all.
knows him, and yet that's a hit song. And Shaggy,
That's because he's from
Did you know that last
London.
year Shaggy had an album with Sting? Did you know that?
What?
It was Shaggy and Sting doing a
He's
reggae
been
album
doing
together.
stuff.
Why
He
would
did- what did he
Sting do a
He did
reggae
something
album?
else recently too.
Shaggy?
Who? Shaggy or Sting?
Shaggy, he was on something. Or I see Sting and Shaggy is like the third thing on Google. It's a whole website. It's called Shaggy Online.
Also, just for reference on Sugar Ray, Fly without Supercat, 43 million listens. Fly with Supercat, 3 million listens.
I told you.
With or
everyone
without?
hates it.
with is the one with less.
Really?
Nobody wants to
Everyone
listen to that with
hates
Supercat.
It is, yeah.
Cat.
I mean, it is an obnoxious version of the song.
I told
According to
you. I
Wikipedia,
told you.
Shaggy took his stage name from the character Shaggy from the children's show Scooby Doo.
Wow.
Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk?
Jinkies.
Okay, Cody, do you want to talk a little about number 5 on Spotify's top 5 songs from Sugar Ray?
Oh God, is that the Surf's
Into
Up?
Yesterday.
Into Yesterday.
Let's play just a little bit of it. Pretty poopy reggae.
Why was it on Surf's Up?
Why was it on Surf's Up?
Because it's beachy, bud.
I guess so.
Because it's beachy, bud.
When was that released?
Can that be a T-shirt?
It was released in 2007.
When was their
Trademark.
last album?
2003 was the last album that they put out. Although the greatest hits, I'm not sure when that came out, but it wasn't on the greatest hits. So they knew that it wasn't a good enough song to release. The greatest hits come out in 2005, but that song isn't on there. So they had that song in the kitchen, like it was in the oven, baking.
They left it
And
in
they
there.
didn't even put it on their greatest hits. In the end, they're like, you know what? We're gonna put it on the Surf's Up soundtrack. And
They asked for a song and they got a
people
song.
liked it apparently because it's the 5th most listened to song on their
I
Spotify.
guess. Did they come
That's
back
because
to
whenever
write it?
you're watching
No, I
a
don't
movie,
think so.
Yeah, you're just listening to the soundtrack of the movie.
and you're like, what is that beachy song that sounds just like Sugar Ray? But it has to
it's
be
beachy, bud.
Sugar Ray. Let's look at it though. It's only got 6 million. It's only got 6 million listens compared to the next one up is 18. So
Yeah, they definitely had their 4 songs and they called it quits from there.
I like how you can add together pretty much Flying Someday, and everyone loves every that much.
Well, I mean, every morning for some reason is their number one listened to, which
That's what I'm saying. Look how much. Look at it. It's 72.
72 million. I feel like Spotify is going to love how much we talk about them on this
they don't
podcast.
even care. They don't listen to
We
anything.
need a sponsor, and it needs to be.
That's what I'm
Spotify.
saying. Spotify needs to sponsor us. We're using them. We're giving them listens. We're talking
That's
about
right.
them. If you want to listen to music, people, you use Spotify.
That's true.
Spotify
I got
sponsor
something
us.
to say. I'd like to use our use of Spotify to impact the change in this world. Spotify, please put hidden tracks back into it. Leave them there as a long pause, a 12-minute song that really has 2 minutes of music in it, and force people to figure it out.
I think that's on the
Stop
uploader.
cheating.
Isn't that?
Is it?
I think so. I think that's on the artist or the record label or whoever puts it on there.
That's entirely possible.
You know,
Well, the artist didn't do it on the original one.
this has nothing to do with Sugar Ray or Ray Charles in any way.
We'll get to Ray Charles.
We'll get to Ray Charles in a second. But there are artists, especially rap artists now, are putting out their albums with so many songs because people will just like play it on their Spotify and just let it go
Right.
and stream or whatever. And like Drake had like 25 songs on his last album.
It was like, what,
and, like,
2 hours long?
Migos do that, and like Lil Yachty and like a lot of like trap rap people basically, they just put every single track that they could muster. Like there's no like condensing an album to make it the best.
No.
It's just put out at every song that we can record so that we get the most Spotify money.
That's right. Listen to the Kanye Pooper.
Oh, you want to listen to that?
Poop diddy scoop.
Like that's it. That's it.
What is
He's just
that song
what if I
called?
put out
You know,
instead
that's
B, where I just-
this can allude into Ray Charles because Kanye stole some stuff from him.
Oh,
What
He did.
What is the name of that Kanye West song?
It's oh god. What is
It's
it?
What is it?
Is it Lift Yourself?
Yeah.
yeah.
Lift
That's it.
Yourself.
It is
That's
Lift Yourself.
It's on my poop based playlist.
Oh yeah, check that out.
Oh, you've got a whole poop base one.
I do.
Kanye West is our transition to Ray Charles.
It's it's not bad here. I don't dislike it here. You gotta skip to the end to get to the good part.
Yeah, let's skip to the end.
Verse. This next verse though,
This next verse, though.
bars.
Is it literal shit? What's it called?
Yeah.
Whoopie dee scoop, scoop dee dee whoop, whoop dee scoop dee poop, poop dee scoop dee whoop, whoopie dee scoop whoop poop, poop dee dee whoop scoop, poop, poop, scoop dee dee whoop, whoop dee dee scoop, whoop dee dee scoop poop.
You know, I really made a mistake not putting Lift Yourself on my top 50
I'm telling
songs
you,
of
you messed up.
2018.
You messed up big time.
Big
This
time.
will lead us right into Ray Charles.
Who everyone knows because of Kanye West
No, and Jamie
Right,
Foxx.
and Jamie
Jamie
Foxx.
Foxx.
Well,
Right, yeah.
especially Jamie Foxx. I feel like everybody knows everything they know about Ray Charles because of the film.
He could tell
Ray.
if a woman's beautiful by her hands.
Listen, obviously you guys have been left out. You didn't know that Jamie Foxx is Ray Charles in real life. That's
He's the replacement
that
of Ray
is the
Charles.
person. He is Ray Charles. Ray Charles was just Jamie Foxx all. You got us, Jamie Foxx. Thank you.
You trickster, you.
Do we have anything to say about Ray Charles?
I mean, we've got to have something to say. Okay,
Ray
so
Charles is fantastic.
do we want to start with the stolen song, or do you want to start with what you want to talk about, Cody?
Oh god. It's just going to something.
Okay, let's start with we're going to listen to a little bit of Mess Around, and then Cody's going to talk a little bit about Mess Around.
You can talk about the pit, barbecue. The band was jumping, the people too. Mess around. They're doing the mess around. They're doing the mess around. Everybody's doing the mess around.
All right, Cody, go on to your spiel.
What holiday does that song make you think of?
I didn't have a holiday in.
I think you should have prefaced us with that. I'd be thinking about it.
Yeah.
You want to restart that track?
What holiday?
You want to mess
does
around a
that
little more?
make- I mean, Christmas?
No, Thanksgiving, because of the greatest Thanksgiving movie ever made. Do you know what it is?
Is it Thanksgiving?
No.
Oh,
Close. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
yes.
Ooh,
that's
yeah.
true.
Oh, the scene with John Candy rocking out before nearly killing them both.
Just replay that scene with your words. Just talk about what happened. What all happens in that scene?
Oh, so you got John Candy just rocking the fuck out,
Steve Martin asleep in the passenger side of the car.
driving through interstate at night. Is this the podcast now? Do we
Yeah, we're just
describe movies.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Just scenes.
It's called Good Band, Bad Band. Just to be clear.
If anybody forgot, we're talking about Ray Charles right now. Moving
thought
on.
we
We'll go back to
I
Sugar
thought
Ray
we
here in
were,
a minute. Don't worry.
Doing that podcast where we're going to describe we all select a movie and everyone describes their favorite scene in a little more detail.
I love it.
Or how about this idea? We describe the scene and we can see if people can guess the movie.
I bet
But you
Ray
have to
Charles would have really liked that podcast since he can't see the movies.
Oh boy. Oh,
You want to bump in a toot? Stevie Wonder did, and that John Lennon and Paul McCartney.
Oh, we're getting back on that.
Mixtape.
Cody, you got to finish your scene.
right. So he's rocking out. They do their whole thing, and John Candy drops a cigarette in the back seat. Slowly starts to, catch on fire. He gets kind of hot. He tries to take his jacket off. His arms start getting stuck behind the seat, and he can't drive with no arms. And he doesn't want to wake up Steve Martin. So they careen off the road. They spin around several times, and Steve Martin wakes up and is like, "What?" And John Candy was like, "Oh, I almost hit a deer." So they get back on the interstate, going the wrong way.
Going the wrong way.
They're going the wrong way. It's at night. Somebody else is coming down, going the right way on the opposite side of the interstate. They're yelling at him, "You're on the wrong way."
And John Candy's like, "Oh, they're drunk."
They're drunk. How do they know where we're going? They don't
Steve
know.
Martin is like, "You're right. How do they know where we're going?"
So they keep getting, "Yeah, we are drunk." Steve Martin realizes it. He looks down. He sees the median between them and the other car. Right?
That's when on the other side of the road,
Right in front of him. Two semis.
Ray Charles?
walking down the road,
He's just messing around.
he's just messing around.
And then they almost crash. Everything catches on fire. John Candy turns into the devil. It's a great bit.
And they're listening to Mess Around in that scene.
And in that R.I.P. Candyman.
Rip Candyman.
Rip Candyman.
Rip Candyman.
Great man.
Great man.
Shirt number
John
2.
Candyman.
So here's the other thought. So we're going to play the beginning of, what did I say, part 1 and part 2. And then we're going to take a little detour to somebody else. And
You didn't talk about the stolen track yet.
that's what we're
that's what we're
doing.
doing.
Going into it.
now. That's what we're doing.
Oh, I
now.
thought you meant the Kanye stolen song because it's number 1.
Oh, we're talking about that
Spotify
next
Red.
too. But let's talk
That's
about
a
this one
sample.
first.
That's different.
We can talk about samples versus stolen, but this one's stolen for sure. All right, we all got that in our minds.
We got it.
All right. What is that? Now, what does
Tyler,
that
you
sound like?
good?
I'm good. There was one little difference in there. I'll point out when the time is.
All right, all right. That one tonal shift.
I'm gonna straight up Vanilla Ice this thing. So get ready.
All right, here's the other song. It's the same damn song.
You know the day destroys the
Break on through to the other side of the doors.
divides the day. Try to run, try to hide, break on.
Yeah, I think it's the same song.
It's the same song.
But go on. What do you got?
All right. So the Ray Charles song is clearly a standard blues song in terms of chord progression.
Sure.
I will admit that the first two, the major chords in the chord progression, are essentially the same song.
Uh-huh.
Then he drops down for that. So, you've got two chords that are a certain length. Then you run into a lower chord that's half that length to end out whatever the length of the blues, right? Whether they're doing 12 bar or whatever you're doing, right? So the end out your series, he's dropped down for a half length chord,
Okay.
and that's the only difference. So you better watch out because it ain't boom boom dum dum dum. I put a little tss right in there, so watch it.
You watch out for my. I don't know. I still think it's the same song. As soon as I listened to it, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is the Doors. I'm pretty sure this is the Doors.
I actually was listening to the Ray Charles one through my headphones when you had the Doors one playing, and I was like, oh no.
Oh no, I've lost my argument.
It's already over.
All right, let's play number 1 Ray Charles track. Let's talk about that because I think that'll give us some good spicy conversation.
Well, I got a woman way over town that's good to me. Oh yeah, say I got a woman way over town, good to me. Oh yeah, she give me money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a kind of friend indeed. I got a woman way over town that's good to me. Oh yeah.
So how do we all know that song?
Who knows?
Who
Never
knows?
heard it.
Never heard it. Never heard
Let
it.
me say, can we just talk about how clearly fooled Kanye got into actually thinking that Jamie Foxx was considering the fact that for Gold Digger, Kanye West got Jamie Foxx to come in and sing the sample I've Got a
That's
Woman
true.
version.
He believes it with every
For him.
ounce of his being.
Like, he's like, that guy, get that Ray Charles, get Jamie Foxx in here. He's got, I don't know what song that is. It sounds real good. I want to sample it. See if he can sing it in there for
What
me.
he didn't even realize was that he brought in Ray Charles, still
Right.
fully able to see now, unless he is now, as Jamie Foxx, aka Ray Charles, just perfected the art of being blind so well that now he can actually like pretend to be a
Right.
sighted man.
Kanye doesn't know Ray Charles is real. He just saw the movie. He thinks it was just a movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he thinks that Jamie Foxx has this Ray Charles alter ego that's doing these old style music. He's like,
Yeah.
man, I love this thing you're doing.
That's
my
so
Or you know what?
bizarre.
I've got another theory.
What's so bizarre? Hold on.
It's so bizarre that Jamie Foxx
Yes.
played Ray Charles
Yes.
in the film Ray.
Yes.
And then the next year, Kanye West brings Jamie Foxx on to sing the Ray Charles sample in his song.
Because Jamie Foxx
But like,
you seen-
is
that's
Ray
just
Charles.
that's just dedication to continuing a character.
Do you think we can get Jamie Foxx to be Ray Charles again at some
Oh,
point?
definitely.
Oh, I'm
Have you
sure
seen
he's-
the music video? Because he plays Ray Charles singing Ray Charles songs.
He does. He's
in
fully
music
taking
videos,
on the
too.
part.
Yeah.
You want to hear my theory?
Yeah,
Yes.
please.
I think Kanye calls up Jamie Foxx. Hey, look, I got this song.
Yeah.
I'm going to sample your song in this song. He's like, okay, well, I don't know what you mean, but all right. He's like, just get over here. Jamie Foxx steps 1 foot inside the studio. Kanye West is like, listen, why didn't you tell me you was a vampire? He thought the whole time he's been living out this long life. He is Ray Charles. He can't die. Question number 1. That was it.
That was it? That's all Kanye asked?
Kanye thinks Jamie Foxx is a vampire. And
Yep.
that he was Ray Charles.
He also thinks that George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Poop titty scoop.
You
Whoop,
know,
poop, titty
another
scoop.
thing that's kind of weird is 2 of the most popular Ray Charles songs,
Mm-hmm.
at least for me in my mind, are "Hit the Road Jack" and "Georgia on
Oh,
My
yeah.
Mind," and neither of
Oh,
those
Georgia
2
on My
songs
Mind.
are like the top 5, and I don't even know if they're in the top 10 of songs.
They are not.
They're
on
not.
streamed. Are they
They're
not
not in the
available
top
on
10.
there, or what? What's
That's
the
a
deal?
good question.
Because they're from
Let
a
me do
different
some
record
hunting.
company.
Oh, there's no way that George on My Mind is not on there.
Is it on Spotify?
It'd have to be. I would think that it would have to be on there.
The
Yeah, it's on there.
The ABC, the Georgia on My Mind and Hit the Road Jack were both ABC releases through Paramount in the 60s. Georgia on My Mind was a #1 hit, as was Hit the Road Jack. And then One Mint Julep, Ruby was a hit during that time period.
I'm not seeing Hit the
Unchain
Road
My
Jack
Heart.
on here.
It looks like George on My Mind is on a live album that was put out by Sun in 2014.
I Can't Stop Loving You was the number one hit. It looks like
We'll play a little bit of Georgia.
whoever
on My
owns
Mind.
the rights to those songs did not make them available on Spotify for some reason. Busted is a top 10 hit. It's actually number 4, so it's a top 5 hit. That Lucky Old Son is a hit. Like, he had a bunch of hits in the 60s that are not even the top streamed songs on
So then this
Spotify.
it has to be skewed. Let me iTunes the top Ray Charles downloads. iTunes give me money.
While you do that, Georgia on My Mind, everybody.
This is the live version.
Live at Olympia.
He's also got a cover of Eleanor Rigby that's a top 40 hit in 1968.
Huh.
Georgia.
He's got a song called We Didn't See a Thing.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I think we should just end it right there.
He thinks that's as far as we should go. All right, so where are the comparisons between our two topics of today in Ray Charles and Sugar Ray?
Pop music, man.
Yep. I mean, they both have radio hits.
Yep.
That's about. What else can you say?
There's really not a lot there.
No, I mean, Ray Charles is like a genre-bending
Soul,
I mean, he was
jazz,
in the
singer.
era. Yeah, the era where taking like soul, and you were taking some jazz, and you were taking some
He even did some
gospel,
country
and you were
stuff,
throwing it
gospel
all
and
together to
country.
make this new thing that people were like loved and loved to hate. And Sugar Ray people also love and love to hate, but for
Completely different
And
reasons.
they
they are genre benders. They've got new metal, they've got reggae, they've got pop, they've got alternative rock. There you go. They are both genre bending artists.
Ray Charles did a lot for the African American community,
Right.
and Sugar Ray had Supercat in her song. So
You know,
and they stole reggaeton
new
from black people. So.
new fan theory. Sugar Ray, Supercat, that's Jamie Foxx.
I knew it. I knew it.
Surprise, surprise, motherfuckers.
No,
Jamie
how?
Foxx
How
is
did that
everybody.
Are you just trying to say that Shaggy is Jamie Foxx? Are we going that far? Are you just saying everyone is Jamie Foxx?
I think that everybody is Jamie Foxx. I think that Jamie Foxx is everybody.
Like Shrek.
Like Jamie Foxxes have layers. We
I
will
just
talk
wanna know
about
who are they
Shrek
gonna-
next week when we do Smash Mouth. We've got.
I just want
Did we
them
miss
to. I just
anything,
want to
Sugar?
play
Go ahead.
Jamie Foxx in the Jamie Foxx movie when it comes out. So
Oh yeah,
all I'm saying.
I forgot I was going to talk about this. When are we going to get a Mark McGrath biopic where we follow his life
Oh,
in,
yes.
in the style of Ray,
Starring Jamie Foxx.
starring
no,
Jamie
no,
Foxx?
don't- no. Who would you have play Mark McGrath in a biopic about Sugar Ray? Tyler, you start.
I think I have an idea. I think
Yeah, what's
I
up?
would have Ethan Hawke.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Yep, that's where I was going.
Really? Is that who you're thinking?
Yeah.
I originally said Brad Pitt, but because of like the way that his hair works. Oh wow.
Ethan Hawke is a really good option.
Somebody else already put those two pictures together. That's
Oh
pretty-
wow, that's scary. That's,
Um,
I think that we've been
who
talking
did-
about the wrong fan
Who did
theory.
we say
guys.
last night? Yeah. Who did we say last night?
Oh, I said the guy who played Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, Matthew Lillard. I think Matthew Lillard would be somebody who would play.
Yeah, he'd be all right.
He'd be all right.
Go Google these Ethan Hawke, Mark McGrath.
Oh, I'm looking at it.
Cody just showed them to us.
It's alarming to
Well,
say the least.
I mean, Ethan Hawke. He wasn't he in Boyhood?
I don't know.
He
his-
played the dad in
let's see.
Boyhood. That they filmed that movie over 12 years. So he's got experience getting in depth and getting into character. And if you're going to get into a character, you have to get into the character of Mark McGrath.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He was
I'm
the
thinking-
dad in Boyhood.
I think that for let's say old, chubby, frosted tip Mark McGrath, we're
Yep.
gonna have to stick with Guy Fieri.
Oh, of
yep.
course, naturally.
I see it.
Even though I think that he would be the one who would be the guy from Smash Mouth.
Yes.
Ooh,
They
you're-
do
yeah,
look really
clearly.
similar.
It's creepy.
It's
actually.
creepy. Have you ever seen them at the same place?
I have not, and I have never seen Ethan Hawke and Mark McGrath in the same
Fieri.
place.
Well, you
and
wouldn't
I've
be-
never seen Ray Charles and Jamie Foxx in the same
Oh,
place.
good lord.
Exactly. Let me tell you something. The guy from Smash Mouth,
Yes.
Yeah.
Harwell,
Steve
the
Harwell.
one and only, will be visiting one of the microbreweries here in Cincinnati in a few weeks / months to do the entire hit list from Smash Mouth. Get ready. It's going to be wild.
I'll be there.
Are they releasing a beer with it?
Oh, I'm sure they are. It's
What would you call that beer? Well, actually, you know what? Think about it, and we'll come back next week and discuss.
There you go. Everybody send in your responses.
I forgot that next week is the thing anyway.
Yep.
Oh, this is it.
This is it. Are we satisfied with Sugar Ray and Ray Charles?
I suppose so.
I'm happy.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
I guess
That came to as
that's a
good of a conclusion.
Spread your
as-
love and fly. That's all I can tell
Is
you.
that how you want to close this out again? You want to close it out?
Yeah, play
Jared,
fly.
As the
Fly
opener,
us
you
out.
have to also be the closer. You've got to close as well.
All right, Jared, you want to talk us out?
Yeah, I'll talk to you. Make sure you got fly going. Make sure you get the Super Cat version.
Super Cat version?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay,
No,
well,
no.
I was already on it, but I guess we're just Super Cat version.
What it is. This has been Bad Band, Good Band, where we
Good band, bad band. Get the name right.
Good band, bad band.
What did you call it?
I think I said bad band, good band. I don't know what I said.
Good band, bad band.
Bad band, good
Sugar
band,
Ray Charles.
where we pit two bands that have nothing to do with each other against each other.
Do we determine who's
We're
the bad
artists.
band and the good band?
Ray Charles,
Ray Charles is bad.
yeah, he's bad.
Ray Charles is bad. Jamie Foxx is bad, everybody.
Bye.